Now, before we get started, I would really love it if you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get the latest content from the YouTube channel, The Last Rewind. And don't be shy about leaving your comments at the bottom of the page because you are the sole reason why this channel will be successful. Thank you. All right, welcome to The Last Rewind live show after game of Dallas Cowboys traveling on the road to Chicago and paying tribute to my co-host Tremaine's birthday today by losing 31-14. Wasn't really even as close as the score, which would say. I mean, that's not close either, but it's really more further than that than it actually shows on the scoreboard. Tremaine, first of all, happy birthday.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, you are getting closer to retirement in life. I won't say your age, but you're getting closer to a retirement age. Not that close, but you're moving up. You're getting closer. You're closer than you are further away. Let's just say.
You can say that.
All right. One day you'll be able to get that free stack of pancakes from IHOP. If IHOP stops shrinking them to the size of quarters, then you will have an appreciative stack of pancakes one day.
More of a Denny's guy, but I'll take it.
Oh, Denny's. Oh, Denny's has never served me great in my life every time I've been there, which is twice.
I like their pancakes.
All right, one day, maybe I'll get to try them. It won't be in my city because they're not here anymore. They went out of business.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, thoughts on this game that I thought that we would come out with a W in. What are your thoughts?
I thought we were going to win this game too. I was really looking forward to going 2-1 because last season was not good around this time of year, and I really thought the schedule was in our favor, at least starting off 2-1. Mm-hmm. This game was all over the place. I really thought that even with CeeDee Lamb going down, thought we still had a shot. Obviously, some adjustments had to be made with CeeDee Lamb going down. Why CeeDee Lamb running the ball out of the backfield, I don't know. But that hurt, and then we got to worry about whether or not he's going to be ready to go next week against Green Bay. I will go into that a little later. I will go into that a little later in the show. But offensively, not terrible, but the defense, I don't know what Trayvon Diggs is doing or what he's not doing. Maybe he's hanging out with his brother and Cardi a little too much. I know she got her album release party going on, but
maybe on the way. Buying gifts.
He's about to be a new uncle. I don't know what he's doing, but within the past 3 weeks, I'm talking Philly, Giants, and today, Trayvon Diggs has been getting burnt. I'm talking burnt like those pancakes you was talking about. This cat is getting burnt. He can't keep up with nobody. Again, go hang out with your brother a little bit. He's a receiver. Maybe you need to run some routes with him. Cardi can cheer for them both. But this is getting terrible, man, because he is the weak link on the defense right now. There are others, but he is. I think the quarterbacks are targeting him purposely because he ain't keeping up with nobody. I mean, it's bad on that side of the ball when it comes to Trayvon Diggs.
Well, I mean, it ain't much different. Well, let me rephrase that. He was getting burnt in his rookie season too, but he could cover his mistakes by every now and then getting a interception and then running it back. And in fact, he had a record for that, right? He broke most returns from an interception. Was that the record he broke?
No, that was Deron Bland.
That was Deron Bland. Okay.
But Trayvon Diggs, he had some kind of record as far as picks. Maybe
something with
the Cowboy organization. I think he had like 11 or 12 one season. It was all good until he gets burnt, like you said. And the past 3 weeks, This cat has been getting toasted. I'm talking Russell Wilson, Jalen Hurts, and today Caleb.
Okay.
It's not just him, but he plays a huge part in the success of these offenses within the past 3 weeks. Even the Giants, and then we beat them, but he was getting toasted against them too.
Yeah. And the record, it was a franchise record for interceptions, 11 interceptions for Dallas. That was the record Trayvon set in his rookie year. And of course, I think what was next year, he had an ACL tear, I believe.
Had an ACL tear. I frankly think he's rehabbed. He's good, but I don't think he's as what he once was before. But I mean, it's no excuse. He got cooked. He on that flea flicker play. It was him.
Yeah,
he got cooked. And then alongside with him getting cooked, this goes to all the DBs and the corners and the defensive backs. Everybody is wide open.
Yeah.
Wide the hell open. Just
secondary,
Russell Wilson and Caleb Williams today. They have time in the pocket, and they just scan the field, and they find someone wide the hell open. It's getting it. I was hoping. I thought even with our weak defense, I thought we would win this game, but
that's our big weakness. It's the secondary. Not being able to rush the quarterback, which I know people are going to bring it. Well, you should have kept Micah Parsons. Look, again, I'm okay with losing Micah Parsons because I think the record would have been the same today with Micah Parsons. Maybe we would have won today, or maybe the game would have been a little bit closer, but it would have translated into championship play because we had Micah Parsons. One person on defense is not going to make a big change in the future. It helps, but it's not going to make a big change. So, and he can't play in the secondary either. I don't think he's that talented.
I remember maybe 3 years ago, he broke up one pass in the secondary, but he was like playing defensive back, so he just dropped down. Yeah. But this was a hard loss because I don't see us beating Green Bay next week. Let's just call it like I call it. I don't see us beating Green Bay, and I think we're gonna go 1-3 at that point. Luckily, we squeaked by the Giants, but I don't see us beating Green Bay, and that's going to be for Dallas. That's going to be a tough hole to dig ourselves out of. That's going to be a tough one. I would have more hope in the season if we beat Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta eat my words on this. Those are words I'm willing to eat. But if we beat Green Bay, I would be rejuvenated as far as the season. I wasn't even on a high when we beat the Giants because it was barely a win. But
and it was the Giants.
Yeah. But
we owned them.
I did want to go 2-1. I wanted to go 2-1 for the sake of it being a better record, and I don't think we went 2-1 or gotten at least up until week 5 and having a good record or being at 500 in a long time. So I'll touch on the offense a little later too, but right now that defense, something got to get done.
Yeah, offense. Yeah, well, I'm gonna say the defense deserved the lion's share of the blame for today. But the offense was no walk in the park either. We started off where it looks like we were going to start off great with the first drive. Javonte Williams, which I'm very happy with so far. Besides the first drive, I would have said Javonte Williams had a good game. But that, even though it was the first drive, that would seem like a momentum killer, even if it was in the first quarter. Long run, looks like we were going to get close to the red zone eventually with the momentum we had, and then somebody just took it out of his hand. Nobody punched it out. They just snatched it out of his hands. And Chicago went the other way, scored. Then Chicago, like you mentioned earlier, had that trick play, the flea flicker. That was the first play of a next drive. Wide open catch, burnt, Diggs, touchdown. We're down somewhat big. It's hard to come back. Eventually, we weren't going to be able to rely on the run. We're going to have to start doing more passes. Had thrown an interception by Dak, even though that was tipped. So I don't blame Dak on that one. The second one, of course, that was towards near the end part of the game. Here's a part I want to ask you. Do you think this is controversial? Because I heard a guy mention it after the game went off. And I thought the same thing too. The game, I think, had about 4 minutes left, where I think Dak, may have been 3 minutes or 4 minutes, Dak threw that second interception in the end zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were down by, 17 points? I think,
yeah.
31, I think, yeah, that's a 5 thing. So down 17 points, and Dak checks out of the game, and they put Joe Milton in. Do you think that should have been waving the white flag and we should have stopped trying by then? Or was there a chance we could have came back and scored? I mean, and possibly won the game by chance. Just small chance, but still a chance.
Yeah, Dak should have never came out of this game.
Okay.
Joe Milton was looking good, but that was garbage time because at that point, Bears know they won the game. But Dak should have never came out of this game. Even in the loss, you just stick with it. It's the camaraderie. If they're probably thinking we don't need him to get hurt in a garbage time, in the garbage time, but it goes to the point of playing to the clock, strike zero. I don't think Dak should have came out of the game. Probably still would have lost, but it says a lot.
The chance.
The morale of the team that he stayed in and he took the loss and he took the loss with the rest of the team and then exit the game. I don't think he should have came out of the game. Javonte Williams, piggybacking off of what you said, I am okay with this cat.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this cat. He had a fumble, if you want to call it a fumble, because he didn't fumble. He just got it stripped, rather. But I am okay with him because I said this in one of my videos. Actually, it was on TikTok. I said it. You get me 5 yards on first down, you're good in my book, because that sets up second and short, third and short, things of that nature. That opens up the playbook. I am okay with Javonte Williams because he does do that. I do believe if he doesn't fumble that ball at that point, we may have a different outcome. But at one point, we tied the game up 14-14. It was a brand new ball game at that point. It was a whole new ball game. Granted, he fumbled, but we dug ourselves back up from the fumble. And it was 14-14, and it was a brand new ball game at that point with the Pickens one-handed touchdown grab. That's when the defense just went to just. I was gonna say sugar the shit, but it was never sugar. But I am impressed with Dallas's running game. Even in the loss, this is one of the first seasons we got a pretty decent running game. Even in the loss, we got a decent running game. It's the defense. It's the defense. Passing game is decent too. When everyone is there, it's the defense. If the defense is gassed and always on the field because they can't stop no one, then we barely can see the offense. Yeah. So I do like Javonte Williams. I like his ability to run the ball. I'm confident when they hand him the ball off. I never felt that confidence with Zeke. I mean, maybe from Zeke's first year, but after that, who retired, I think.
That's what we call it. Retired is something you do when you want to do it. I don't know if he he essentially is fired because no one wanted to hire him. I would say I don't think he wants to retire.
But
That's a nice way of saying you got fired.
yeah. But we got a lot of cleaning up on the defensive end. Do I don't even know what to say or where we go from here. Like I said, I know we got Green Bay, who did lose today.
Yeah.
I know we got Green Bay next week, and it's probably a prime time game. I don't know when it falls. I really don't know if it's like prime time or Sundays 12 or 4. But I would imagine this is a prime time game. You know, the drama around Michael Parsons in Dallas.
Yeah.
We got to win that game, and I'm not too confident we are. It's in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm not too confident at all. I'm sure it's going to be an emotional game, and Dallas, the players, I feel it's going to hurt Dallas because they're going to be more emotional about losing Micah by the sheer number of players that are going to be emotional about Micah versus Green Bay with one player is going to be emotional about Dallas. I think it's going to hurt Dallas because of that. Micah may be emotional and he may not play a good game, but it doesn't matter because the rest of Green Bay has no attachments to it. All Dallas has an attachment to Micah pretty much. So that's probably going to hurt them. On top of that, the defense is not that great. And
Jordan Love's going to carve up the secondary. Oh, good Lord. Jordan Love's going to carve up. Trayvon Diggs, maybe Deron Bland will be back. I know Deron Bland is out with a foot injury. Maybe Deron Bland be back, and that might make a small difference. Not much. I mean, even before the Michael Parsons trade, I circled this game as a loss on the schedule. Even before Michael Parsons went to the Packers. So now, I mean, but I thought we would win this game. I predicted the loss with Philly. I predicted the win with the Giants. I'm gonna call it that. And I predicted this would be a win. So, you know, it's just a matter of cleaning up, man. There's a lot to clean up. Again, going back to CD play next week, that's an unknown at this point. I hope he does. I think he will. He attempted to play again.
Yeah.
He attempted to get back in. It was an ankle sprain with some elevation and some ice. He should be okay next week.
Yeah.
But because we will need him. We needed him this week.
Yeah.
I thought we had enough fuel power to let him slide by this week, but we didn't. Actually, we did. The defense didn't help him.
Yeah. Because Ferguson went off today. Ferguson was catching like 1,000 catches, 13 receptions, or not even 100 yards though, 82 yards. Let's see, and George Pickens
on that one next.
George Pickens had 5 catches, 68 yards. He had 1 touchdown, long of 24. Kevontae Turpin, only 2 receptions, but they were long. 2 receptions, 64 yards. Let's see. That was the only one that caught a touchdown today.
Pickens.
That was the only touchdown today, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Pickens. Because we got the field goals. Jake Ferguson.
Mm-hmm.
Can't keep relying on that. I see what Dak is doing. In fact, if Dak plays with the urgency he plays in this fourth quarter, the entire game,
he never does that though.
We're good. Even in the drive where he threw the pick, when it was like 4th and whatever, and he threw the pick, up into that pick, it was a good drive because there was urgency.
Mm-hmm.
Never had, and this is going back to Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson is his safety net. I'm going to hit him underneath.
Mm-hmm.
He might get the first. He might not. Now that we got a decent run game, it's a matter of, all right, if Jake Ferguson don't get the first, Javonte Williams can run 2 yards and he'll get the first. That works if you are ahead and if you're not trying to dig yourself out of a hole. That way of playing did not work today because we were never ahead and we were in the hole. If you are ahead and you got and you want to play the clock, don't dink and dive all day and you rely on your running back to get you 2 yards and you're good. He didn't go up top Dak, which is what he needed to do, because at one point in the beginning of the fourth, the game wasn't over, but we needed a chunk play.
Yeah.
Quick touchdown, quick 3 and out, maybe another chunk play, field goal, and we may be talking differently about the outcome of this game. But he did not ever take that shot for the chunk play. He just kept going down to his check down, which is why Jake Ferguson looked like Jason Witten, because he kept getting all these catches.
He lost his safety blanket in CeeDee Lamb. I don't know how comfortable he feels with George Pickens yet. I mean, George Pickens has had some okay games. I don't think he's had a breakout game yet. He's had some okay games so far. But, CeeDee Lamb makes everything a lot better, because if you focus too much on him, that opens up the lanes for the rest of the receivers. And now, since he was out in the first quarter, it made things harder for the rest of his receivers. So I think he probably was a little scared to try to chuck it for a big chunk of yards, because he thought the outcome might be what it ended up being anyway, a couple of interceptions. Hopefully, I say Lamb is back next week to remedy that. But, you got to trust your other receivers at some point.
You do. And George Pickens is not terrible. When we came into the fourth quarter of this game, the old dink and dive, you just got to throw against the wall. You got to throw that out the playbook. You got to hit up top. At least you got to hit one chunk play, then go back to dink and dive. Mm-hmm. But he needed at least, I'm going to say, 2 chunk plays in the fourth, because at that point you're not only playing your opponent, you're playing the clock, and you're down. And that's what, even in the fourth, it was still doable if he would have just, got a chunk play. To your point, I know CeeDee Lamb was not there, and that hurt and that altered the play calling. But it would have been with CeeDee Lamb in the lineup. Honestly, it would have worked. But at that point, he should have threw one deep to Pickens. I'm gonna say that. I think Pickens should have got one deep. At least put it out there. You go to Pickens. What you do is you do a cross route. You go underneath. You go Cavante and Jake Ferguson cross route underneath, and you go Pickens fly route. That means you got 2 underneath, and you got Pickens fly, and you got Jalen Tolbert on the other side. So that means you got 2 on the other side, and you got to hit one.
Okay. Well, let me mention something too. That this is the difference is a huge difference between our 2 losses and our 1 win. Last week between us and the Giants, it was a slow scoring game up until about the fourth quarter, and then it was like gangbusters, scoring left and right, and couldn't stop scoring. And ultimately, we finally came out in overtime. I almost thought we weren't going to be able to win that game, but with the game with the Eagles and today's game, we scored in the first half and did not score in the second half. We petered out.
Again, urgency. In this game, urgency was in the loss of CeeDee Lamb, but the urgency. When we didn't score in the second half, it was a matter of the Bears figured this out. The Bears figured it out. They ain't got CeeDee. They figured out exactly what I just said about 10 minutes ago. They figured out Dak ain't going up top. He hit Jake Ferguson underneath every time. They'll settle for they began to settle. All right, we'll let him get the first down. he ain't gonna never go up top for the touchdown. And if they get in the red zone, the field becomes smaller, so he can't go up top anymore. So therefore, he has to use what's in the red zone, or we just gonna let them have the field goal. That's simply what happened. They did not let Dak win, or he didn't win, but they didn't let him attempt to win by using the length of the field. They were going. The Bears was going to say, if he is going to beat us, he's got to chop this tree down yard by yard. We're not giving him a chunk.
Which kill time on the clock. Before you know it, it's fourth quarter, but hell, Dak didn't even play the last couple drives anyway. Schottenheimer called him in, told him to go to the bench, unless Dak requested to come out. I'm assuming Schottenheimer told him, yeah, that's it for you. Putting Joe Milton in, let's see what he got.
I mean, especially coming off the season Dak had last year, I think Dak didn't ask to come out. At that point, it's a we're gonna save our franchise type quarterback because we already know we done took an L. So I don't think he asked to come out, but it wouldn't have hurt if he stayed to at least give some kind of hope.
Unless that's what he was worried about, that if Dak plays on these if he thought this was useless plays, that he could possibly get hurt, twist the ankle. I don't know. But I still think your franchise quarterback that you're paying as the highest quarterback in the league, get your behind out there and see what can happen. Because look, the Bills and Ravens game, Bills had no chance of winning that based off statistics. Being down that late in a game with a couple minutes left, statistically impossible for them to win. But they beat the odds and they end up winning. And that's all you ask is your quarterback. Of course, the rest of the team helps, but that your quarterback, your franchise quarterback, gives you an opportunity to win the game. And that's exactly what happened.
Got to show up. You got to show up and keep in mind, with the loss, I think this probably played a part in this decision also. With the loss of CD injured, don't know if it's the outcome of what we got looking forward to him within the next week. They probably like, hey, we're not going to lose Dak. This is meaningless. We already lost. We already lost CD. His whether or not he's going to play or not is an unknown right now. We're going to just take this L. We got this L. Maybe that's what the thought process. But I think CD plays next week. It's Green Bay. It's that they're going to be in Dallas and Arlington rather. He has a week. It's swollen. He ain't break anything. Just put some ice in that and let it elevate. Should be good in a week. I tape it up on game day. Light practice. Probably won't fully practice, but I think he'll play Sunday.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I didn't see anything that bad. Like I said, like you said, he came back, tried to put some pressure on it. It's kind of hopping around a little bit, but 1 week off. Going back to Dallas, get back to their medical care. Yeah, he should be able to play.
Yeah, it's swollen. I mean, they did a kind of a close up on his ankle. It was just swollen at that point. But we need to beat Green Bay. I mean, we needed to beat the Bears, but we really need to beat Green Bay. Going down 1-3. Not a good look. I mean, especially with some of our rivals are doing well. San Fran is 3-0.
Eagles
lucky
should have lost that game. Both of them should have lost today.
Oh, Eagles should have lost. Who else?
And the 49ers too. They won at the last second. Kicked the field goal. They didn't even have their quarterback today.
Yeah, they got Matt Jones. Brock Purdy's he's out. I don't know how long he's out, but he's out.
Who?
And then Washington.
You missed a joke there. I would say you missed a joke there.
I did. What was the joke?
Who was the quarterback for the 49ers?
Brock Purdy?
No, the one that played today.
Matt Jones?
Who?
How can I miss that? I'm in Houston. How can I miss it? I consider
Matt Jones.
I still, well, when that song came out, he gave his phone number to everybody.
Yeah. Imagine doing that today.
Met in Houston will call that number now. It's a talking point. It's joking, and they'll call that number. I've literally sat with someone and they dialed the number and they called it. It was just kind of disconnected.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought he had like a hotline almost set up now. Like it doesn't go straight to him anymore, because I'm pretty sure at some point he got tired of people calling him in the middle of the day, like spam. Who's this? Wilfred? Who is this?
Yeah, it's 281. I don't know the rest. I just know it starts at 281 because that's Fort Bend, because I live out here. That's Fort Bend area. Fort Bend, Sugarland. 713 is Houston.
Poor Mike Jones. Matt Jones might have to get that phone number or get his song remix from Mike Jones one day. He's going back to the bench once Purdy comes back. I don't even know what's wrong with Purdy. Did he get hurt this game?
I knew he was injured, but I don't know why. But the freaking 49ers and Philly are the luckiest sons of bitches. Philly got blocked not one but two today.
Yeah.
One of those field goals beats Philly.
Maybe that's how it was last year too. Oh, it wasn't. No, it wasn't last year. The year before, right? Because Chiefs were lucky like that last year. I think it was the year before. The Eagles, went undefeated for a long time, and it was a lot of close games. It's like, dang, these teams, Eagles cannot lose all these close games, and the Chiefs were the same way until they had to lose.
I think they playing now. Or actually, I think they got the night game tonight. Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Oh, they playing the Giants.
Oh, they gonna win.
That's a win. Yeah, because they can't go 0-3. So
they're gonna get their first win tonight, Chiefs. But yeah, if you down 0-3 at this point,
just call it a season.
That may be a season. Thankfully, again, we squeaked by with that Giants win because Texans, they're 0-3 at this point.
Really? Dang.
Texans are 0-3.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I'm gonna play this soundbite that was familiar last year, and I didn't erase it. I kept it up here, and this is going to go into a question I'm gonna ask you about next week. Going to give up on Dallas or not? No. If Dallas goes 1-3, if they lose next week, are you going to call it a season?
If I ain't give up after that last year, no. There's a lot more potential this season, even if they lose against Green Bay next week. Again, we got a running game this season. We got a passing game. We got an offense. Defense is getting carved up. Donovan Wilson is out there. He got the game-winning pick against the Giants. That helped. But again, Trayvon Diggs, brother, I don't know what he got to do. I don't know what Trayvon got to do. Hang out with your brother. Again,
listen to Cardi's new album.
You got your new sister-in-law coming. Hang out with her. I know he got a couple baby mamas. Hang out with them. I don't know what Trayvon got to do, but he needs to get it done quick because they got tape on him now. They got 3 weeks of tape on him, and every quarterback is about to target this boy. 3 weeks of tape, and they're about to target him, and that's what's gonna happen. Now, when DeRon Bland come back, maybe he can take some of the edge off. But in the meantime, they're about to lay into Trayvon Diggs. So to answer your question, no, I'm not going to jump off because this is a better team than last year. If you ain't jump off last year, and that was bad. If you ain't jump off last year, you should be able to stomach this year.
All right. Maybe I said maybe he go listens to Cardi B's new album, and maybe that'll hype him up.
You know what? The name of her new album is "Am I the Drama?"
Okay, all right. Well, answer that question for Stephon Diggs. Wow. Sound like we're shamelessly plugging Cardi B.
We are shamelessly plugging Cardi B, but Trayvon Diggs, your new sister-in-law, got an album called "Am I the Drama?" And right now, in the secondary, if I'm gonna answer your soon-to-be sister-in-law question as it relates to her album, you are the drama, my man.
Wait, you say soon-to-be sister-in-law? I don't think they get married. They just go have a baby. Is she still married? She hasn't got a divorce yet.
She ain't, but whatever she is to him, the brother's girlfriend. Then
brother's baby mama. Am I the drama? So you say yes.
Right now, he is the drama in that secondary.
You know what? That could be a theme for the rest of the season. Who was the drama this game? Stephon Diggs was the drama. Who else was the drama? Was anyone else the drama this game?
We got our tagline for the season. Who is the drama? And you can thank and Cardi B, we can thank you for that. And Trayvon Diggs, you are the drama this week and the past too.
All right, I'm gonna work on the graphic tonight and add a Cardi B sound effect.
There we go. But he is the drama. If we fix that secondary, Jordan Love carved us up in that damn playoff game two years ago.
Right.
That's when we had Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
This boy's about to have a field day.
Yeah, that's when Diggs was a little bit better.
That's when Diggs was better. This boy's about to have a field day. I want to say it's like the Sunday night game, I think. But this boy's about to have a field day.
We can check that out. Green Bay versus Cowboys. When is that going to happen? 8, yeah. That's prime time. 8:20 p.m.
I knew that they weren't
Sunday.
just going to have that one wasn't going to be an out of market game.
Yeah, in Dallas. Well, in Arlington, technically. But yeah, 8:20 p.m. on NBC.
Yeah, that's Sunday night football. All eyes are going to be on this game because of the Michael Parsons drama, and then coupled with the fact that we both lost this week, Packers and Dallas. Oh yeah. All
right. Well, with that being said, we're going to have some parting remarks about the future after today, what we see is going to happen maybe next week or for the rest of the season. We're going to pop the clock up. We got like a minute 22. I forgot how long this clock is, but you'll see the clock pop up here, I believe. And you go first. You tell us what you think, what's going to happen with the rest of the season. Thing. Is that the right one? All right. Maybe the clock's not up here. I thought the clock was up here. Okay. Well, maybe the clock was not up here. Maybe I got to look for the clock. Used to have it up here where I could just pop it up here. Okay. Well, maybe the clock's not up here then. I got to add that up here. So we'll just go with your parting remarks then. We got to add it up here next time. I thought I had it up here.
That's cool. We got to run the game. We got a pass game. We got somewhat of a run stop game. That's still out for debate. We are getting carved up in the secondary. And and again, I'm contributing a huge part of that, the Trayvon Diggs. We got to correct that. I think we are going to lose against Green Bay and Dallas. However, I think it's going to be an entertaining game. I don't think it will be a blowout. I think it will be an entertaining game, and I don't think it'll be a blowout, but we will take an L. And once we go down 1-3, I believe we can. There may be a resurgence. No, I'm not jumping off. Like I said, if you ain't jump off last year, you got room to fight this year. So. But we do need to beat Green Bay. That would be I think that would be the adrenaline shot Cowboy Nation would need to have to get some confidence in the season. But we're not where we want to be, but we got work to get where we want to be.
Yeah, I do not think we'll win next week. I don't even think it'll be close. I think it'll be like today's score. It'll be like, like 31-15, 31-14, something like that. With some garbage time points maybe at the end. But I will say next week is not going to prove anything to the fans, because the question is going to be like, well, we should have kept Micah Parsons. No, the result was going to be the same. If you kept Micah Parsons or not, the result was going to be the same. The distance in the scoreboard was going to be the same. One player, unless you're talking about a great quarterback, does not make a difference on a football team where somebody can't play both sides of the ball. A quarterback makes the biggest difference, but a defensive player is not going to make the biggest difference if he does not have a strong core behind him. If you got somebody that can rush the passer but have no one that can block the run, what good does it do? If you got someone that can rush the pass and they can't do anything with the secondary, what good does a pass rusher do? So you need all those components for a defensive team to make a strong defensive team. So it's not going to prove anything next week if we lose by 100-0. If if Micah Parsons had stayed or not, we were going to be bad regardless. Maybe we won a couple extra games if Micah Parsons played, but what good does that do? Well, that gets you closer to the playoffs and not making it and getting a first round pick maybe, or it may get you in the playoffs just to be put out in the first round. What good does that do? When you have aspirations to win a championship, what good does it do in the long run? So I still agreed with the trade. I agree that we have more money saved that we can fill out the roster. It may not happen this year. We're trying to add people. We just added Clowney. But the picks that we're going to have in the future, the extra cap space we're going to have, and maybe at some point Dak restructures his contract and opens some more money. Who knows? We're looking towards the future much the same way. If you watch that Dallas documentary on Netflix, same thing that happened when we got rid of Herschel Walker. We weren't going nowhere with just Herschel Walker. So we had a plan for the future. We had to let him go so we could have more players being put on the team to build around our other players who were going to be stars eventually, Aikman, Irvin, and Emmitt Smith, of course. So we're going to have to play long ball, even though Jerry Jones is at the helm. Hopefully, even in his advanced age, he's 80-something years old, he finally did something. I was shocked by even letting Micah go. So maybe even old dogs can learn new tricks. Maybe this is actually the case now. Maybe he actually learned something and he's actually going to play the long ball, even though he doesn't have that long to go. Being that he's 80-something years old, he's an octogenarian, if I got the term correctly. Let's look towards the future and stop complaining about the present right now, because the present ain't going to be it. So don't expect nothing out of this win that Green Bay is about to get from us, because nothing was going to change if we kept Micah Parsons.
And to that point, if we somehow miraculously beat Green Bay, it still doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
It still don't change anything. If we somehow miraculously beat Green Bay, it has no bearing or no outcome on whether or not that trade, rather. I know it's against the team he plays for, but if we beat them, it still has no relevant outcome on that trade. Like you said, Jerry Jones is playing the long game. Us as fans, we want it right now. And I know we all want it right now, and it would be nice. But the right now more than likely isn't going to happen. Enjoy the moments. I would say that. I mean, if we get some moments, enjoy them. But like Jerry Jones is playing the long game. To your point, I don't know how much long he got. Maybe he finally woke up and realized I got to do what I got to do now to get what I want tomorrow. You know, what was Fat Joe saying? Yesterday's price is not the same price.
Yeah.
So, you know, gotta do what you gotta do.
Right. All right. Well, all right. I think we're going to wrap it up there. We'll see if these predictions come true next week. You know, I hope Dallas wins, but I just don't see a W next week.
It's just gonna be a lot of media buildup. You know, Parsons, Dak, we both lost. The what if about CD Lamb now. It's gonna be a lot of conversations going into this game.
Yeah, a bunch of hugging. Oh, what's up, man? I'm glad.
Yeah,
hate you gone, man. I love you, man. I love you too. Yeah. Wish I didn't have to leave. Jerry made me leave. You know, yeah. But you requested the trade, though. Don't forget that. All right. Well, that is it for the last rewind, talking about Dallas losing today to the Bears. Thanks for checking us out. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next podcast for the last rewind. Peace.